going on? This is my second video. Still need to get an intro figured out, but this video we are going to be cleaning my room, and I'm going to do a voiceover where I basically just talk about how important your thoughts are to your actions and the decisions that you make throughout the day, and how people don't even realize that. Yeah, room's pretty messy. Don't ask how it got to this stage. That's actually why I'm cleaning it, believe it or not. But so your thoughts. You may have heard this saying before, cogito ergo sum. I don't know who originally conceived that thought, I guess. I think it was some philosopher, but it basically means I think, therefore I am. And you may say, oh yeah, I understand that. But I don't think people truly actually realize how big of an impact that has on your day-to-day life. Because all of your actions and circumstances can be derived as direct consequences of effects of your thoughts. If you are unable to control or manage your thoughts that dominate your mind, they will dominate you. For example, the best way I can put this is when an obese person has a thought impulse to go snack or gorge, they're unable to control themselves, and they do. And then as a result of this, they gain fat. So they are a fat person because they cannot control their mind, because they have thought impulses that lead to them eating a lot more than they should, and eating unhealthy when they shouldn't. And more often than not, you're not even going to realize the situation when it arises. You're going to have to make a conscious effort to think about it when you make that decision. So, and there's this one quote that I really like. I think it was Henry Ford, but don't take my word on it. It is, whether you believe you can or you can't, it's true. And I really like this quote because it literally just means that your mind determines your reality. The thoughts that you have determine, if you think that you can't do something, then you're going to look for every possible reason that you can't do it. You're going to look for every possible excuse to not do that, whatever that is. And it's like, when you think about red cars, you see a lot more red cars when compared to you don't think about red cars. And it's like that. There's this thing, you might have heard of it before, it's called the reticular activating system. And basically what it means is that if you believe something, then the reticular activating system will look for every reason / proof to affirm that belief. And the reason for this is because as humans, your brain loves familiarity. You love things that are comfortable. You love things that are familiar to you. For example, when you're comfortable walking around in your own neighborhood, maybe, depending on where you live, but it's because you're so familiar with the surroundings. So, you can get around your neighborhood without a navigation, whereas someone who has never been to your neighborhood before can't. And that's just because it's familiar. We love what's familiar, so going to new places might be scary to some people. And your thoughts, as well as your emotions, are equally as important, because the thoughts plus the strong emotions manifest into your life, into creating the beliefs that you have. And ways to actually control it, go where you want to, I guess, I don't know, is to filter the inputs that you have. Filter the media that you're watching. Filter the people that you're hanging around. Filter your thoughts specifically. I think that is probably one of the most important ones. If you have constant negative thoughts, then you're going to live a negative life. It's just as simple as that. Books that you read, I would say stop consuming short-form content altogether. Short-form content is not good. You can't remember the 10th most recent video that you watched. It's literally brain rot, but I'm not going to keep yapping about that. And this also leads into emotional intelligence, because some people might have a really high IQ. I know a few people who have a really high IQ, but they have an extremely low EQ. And what I mean by this is they're some of the smartest people I know, but they'll just be they're just not aware of how they act and how it affects other people, I guess. I don't really know how else to put it. So controlling your thoughts also leads into controlling your emotional intelligence. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but I have like an exercise for improving it, and it starts by thinking of like the last time that you were upset or angry at something. And for me, that's just someone cut me off in traffic, like something stupid. And then you ask, why did it piss you off? How did you react? And is it something that happens often? And when you ask yourself those questions, it makes you have to think about the situation a lot more. Is it something stupid that if you overreacted to it can cost you something? Like if I got cut off in traffic and then I try to be a jackass and run him off the road or something and I get into an accident because of that, then me being a few seconds later or a few minutes later to where I was going, when I could have just dealt with being like, okay, whatever, maybe this guy's having a bad day or something. And this video is going to end soon. So yeah, my room is kind of clean. That corner's not the best, but if you guys had any ideas or things you want me to talk about in a future video, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.